Hi, so my name's Sammy. I'm with TV Fun. So why don't you each tell me a little bit about what this project means to you and why? Starting with Amber.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. Did you say what the project means to me and why?
Yes.
Okay. That's a hard question. I think that this is a really important film for a lot of reasons. I think that Melody's story really needed to be told, particularly now where we're at culturally in the world. I think that there is a shocking lack of empathy and care and kindness in the world. And so I hope that this film goes some way towards bringing greater kindness and greater empathy. Um, yeah,
That'd be nice.
it would be great.
Um, for me, it was a little more driven by the personal. In my previous life, I was a teacher, and I had taught in public schools, and I had sort of wrestled with some of these themes and ideas in a very real way. Obviously, I'd never been Melody, but I had been Mr. Dimming, and sometimes I did that job well, and sometimes I didn't, and I know that. And so for me, it was a chance to sort of explore that in the best way I know how, which is through a story.
Good answer.
What about you, Luke?
Um, I feel like people can be so cruel. The world can be so cruel, and I really like stories about meeting cruelty face on and finding a way to snuff it out or to overcome it. And I think that's what I like, in a nutshell about this story.
And what would you say was the biggest challenge for you three and why working on the project as a whole?
The biggest challenge. Uh,
Yes.
I like to say that every film is a challenge. Getting any movie made is an uphill battle. It's just always hard, to find the money, the time, the people, all the focus, all of that. But for me, the making of this film was actually not a challenge in the way that many films can be, because this was a film that everybody wanted to make and felt how important it was to make. We all wanted to be a part of the first mainstream movie about a kid with a disability, played by a kid with that same disability, and she's amazing, So we all knew the importance of it, and we all believed really strongly in it. And so because we all just dove all the way in fully, it actually made it easier, than some movies can be.
Gentlemen, anything you want to add?
I didn't find it especially challenging. It was a kind of a gift to get to participate in. I didn't have to do any of the heavy lifting, so I was one of the lucky ones.
Uh, for me, it was a little bit of a longer process because there was about 9 years from when I first pitched this movie to sitting here today. And so the time was a bit of a challenge, but I think in that time for me as a writer, which is very different than being on set, um, uh, it was making sure that the movie didn't play as a fairy tale where everybody just all the able-bodied kids learn a valuable lesson and become oh, now we all like everybody and life's easy. And luckily I was working with people, Amber, our producer Peter, who also believed in this vision of this is really a movie about someone learning that you can't wait around for people to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You need to fight for the accommodations you're entitled to.
And without giving too much away, which one scene you're most looking forward to everybody seeing and why?
Sorry, I couldn't understand that. Did you guys get
I think one scene you're looking forward to people seeing and why. Is
Yes,
that right? Yes.
yes, that's correct.
You want to go first, Luke?
Halloween. I love Halloween, and I love my costume um, at Halloween, and that's the smartest man I'll ever play.
Does he wear a lab coat?
Great. It's great. I love that. It's for the world to figure out.
I think my favorite scene is the end, but I don't want to give it away. But it's the end, and I will say that it is the moment where she makes everybody wait. That's my favorite moment in the movie.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I also, if I tell you the answer to that question, I'd be giving away a huge piece of the movie. I will say that, the first time I read the book, I was going through and I sort of thought I had a sense of where the story was going, and I kind of knew what it was going to be, and I kind of knew it was going to be. And then there's one scene where I went, "Oh, I didn't see that coming," and this is the movie I want to write. And that was the moment I wanted to adapt the book. But I'm not going to tell you what it was. Ask me again after.
And tell me a little bit about the casting, what that went into this. It's fabulous, fabulous casting. Tell me a little bit about working with everybody and that experience.
Yeah, the casting was so fun. I mean, because Luke's on this call, I'll start with him. Luke is somebody who we had made another film together a few years before, and he was just so brilliant to work with. And he, I can't say enough good things about him. He's so talented and kind and funny. And next, we're going to do a comedy together because he's very funny and I can't wait to have him make me laugh more. And then Rosemary DeWitt, somebody who I just had always loved and followed as an actor. I'd never worked with her before, but I just saw her in this role and reached out to her. And luckily, she's a mom and she advocates for her children a lot. And so she was excited to come on board. And same thing with Judith Light and Michael Chernus. They're really just actors that I had seen in a lot of things over the last years and really loved. And, the more complicated casting piece was Phoebe, because when you reach out to agents and managers and you say, I would like a 10 to 12-year-old girl who uses a wheelchair, has cerebral palsy, wants to act and can act, we didn't get a lot of responses back from traditional representation in Hollywood in terms of agents and managers. So we did a lot of reaching out to CP organizations and disability rights organizations and doctors' offices and physical therapist offices. And we got audition videos come in from around the world. And it was like a 2-year process trying to find the right person to play Melody. And when we found Phoebe, we knew we had found magic. So.
Well, that is beautiful, you guys. I'm out of time, unfortunately. Sad face. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And as someone who has a goddaughter with the same disability, I thank you for bringing awareness. Thank you so much.
Thank you for saying so.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.